Commence primary ignition.
What is up, all of you Ugnaughts and Jawas out there, and welcome back to yet again another episode of Mando Talk. And I'm your host, as always, Caleb Keller, and I cannot wait to deliver a chilled, relaxed news episode for you this week. We've got some Obi-Wan Kenobi new images. We've got updates on Kevin Feige's produced film. Ahsoka has begun filming. That's exciting. We've got some Andor potential spoilers. I don't think it's a massive spoiler. We'll get there eventually. And then, of course, teased up as the thumbnail on YouTube and teased up as the title of just the episode in general, the rumored Fallen Order sequel title. We will discuss that. Well, obviously, it's just me. DJ is not here with me. He had some things that he had to take care of, and obviously, we didn't go live. I had some things that kind of got in the way of me going live. Now, I have an announcement that we are going to make at the very end of this episode, so make sure you stick around. It's exciting. I'm telling you what, it is very exciting news that I have to drop. It's about our coverage, about things that we're going to be doing here around at Mando Talk as far as covering Kenobi, Celebration, and it's a lot of fun, so make sure you stay tuned so you can be in the know regarding everything Obi-Wan Kenobi, Celebration, and how Mando Talk is going to be covering it. We've got you covered, so make sure, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to our YouTube channel because there's going to be some YouTube exclusives, and again, I will mention that when we get to the back end of this week's episode. So, tell you what, let's go ahead and get into it. It's probably going to be a shorter episode, obviously, because it's just me. I don't have anyone to have conversations with back and forth, but you know what? You guys get to have the conversation with me this week by letting me know in the comments, if you're on YouTube, what you think of each of these news pieces, or hop on over to Discord. Link is in the description to our Discord channel, and let me know what you thought of the things that we share on this week's episode. That's a great place to do it as well. And of course, social medias at Mando Talk on every single platform. All right, let's go ahead and get into news pieces. News piece number one. We have some new Kenobi images from Empire Magazine. So, kind of a little bit different that we're going to approach this week's episode. I, of course, am aware of these news pieces, but I haven't really checked out like articles and read online discussion regarding it. So, a little bit different. It's gonna be kind of like me reacting to some of these things. So that'll be fun. That'll be interesting. Okay, so regarding these new images from Empire Magazine, so this time around, it's Empire Magazine's turn to drop some bombs regarding Kenobi. Last time, I think it was Entertainment Weekly, but they keep dropping bombs regarding images, and we've got here, one of the images is Kenobi in his more traditional Jedi robes. Obviously, they're a little bit updated. His pants look mighty comfy. Honestly, I would really like to get me some of those and just wear them every single day. They look like the perfect pants to just be walking around in. But regardless, Kenobi walking around on the streets of Tatooine, he looks great. He looks the part. There isn't too much to dissect from one of these new images other than they continue to nail, of course, they nail the look of Tatooine because that's the home of Star Wars at this point, right? So he looks great. Ewan is definitely back in the Obi-Wan Kenobi vibe, but we already knew that. All right, this next image is very intriguing. It is the fifth brother kind of in the face of our new Inquisitor, Reva. Don't know what's going on here, but honestly, just looking at the image, it kind of looks like maybe Reva messed up, and the fifth brother is getting onto her. Super interesting. I wouldn't be surprised. Tell you what, this is one thing I'm thinking of looking at this image. I would not be surprised if Reva butts heads a lot with the established Inquisitors. I think we've already kind of teased and discovered that we believe here at Mando Talk, and also articles and quotes have kind of indicated this, that Reva probably has a background with the Jedi temple training, probably has a connection to Kenobi in some form, to where she probably deep down has a great heart. If I had to guess, this is pure speculation. I know nothing about the series, obviously, but I think she deep down has a good heart. She's probably going to butt heads with some of the established Inquisitors, and I think that's kind of what this second image here is portraying, at least in my opinion. And then we've got another image from Empire Magazine, and it displays Kenobi finally with his lightsaber ignited. And this image has kind of been making its way all across Twitter, at least it did in the past couple of days on my end. It looks great. Ewan, I've already said it looks great, and I'm glad to actually see some promotional material other than the Entertainment Weekly magazine cover. I'm glad to see some promotional material of Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi with that classic blue lightsaber. So, not a whole lot of speculation regarding the Kenobi images of these Obi-Wan Kenobi images from Empire Magazine, but definitely I do think there's stuff to pull from that fifth brother confronting Reva kind of image. And there may be some quotes regarding these images, but I'm just kind of giving you my reactions as I see them. You let me know what you think as you see these images creep around online. Let me know what you thought of them in the comments over on Discord. I would love to hear your thoughts over there. All right, next news piece. We got an update on Kevin Feige's produced Star Wars movie, and we actually get it from the writer himself, Michael Waldron, who has been the writer of various Marvel Studios projects. I know he's done Loki, and I know as of recently he did Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, he was recently talking to Variety, and I'm just going to go ahead and read this direct quote. Michael Waldron says, "We're finally into it in earnest." So he's talking about writing a script for a Star Wars film. "We're finally into it in earnest. I mean, I'm writing away. It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying having the freedom on that to do something that's not necessarily a sequel or anything. It maybe has a little bit less of it just doesn't have a bunch of TV shows and movies that you're servicing on top of it, the way I did with Doctor Strange. So it's nice. It feels like a different exercise." Okay, so that is a very interesting quote there from Michael Waldron, if I'm being quite honest. I mean, part of me really enjoys hearing him say, first of all, I'm excited that this isn't a direct sequel to anything. So that's one of the big things to pull from this quote, that it literally in the quote it says not necessarily a sequel or anything. That's great. I'm excited for a fresh new story with hopefully a lot of characters, and maybe this is done so well that there are other stories to build off of it. However, I guess one of the things that you could criticize from this quote is Michael Waldron saying it just doesn't have a bunch of TV shows and movies that you're servicing on top of it. I get what he's saying. He's relating it to Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness and saying how that movie had to connect to so many other things directly. This Star Wars movie isn't going to have to connect to so many other things directly, but I guess I could see the concern of it should still connect in some form, right? I mean, the canon aspects need to connect. Some story, I guess, threads could possibly connect, but again, theme of the episode so far, pure speculation. I don't know if it has any intention of being connected to absolutely anything. It could be completely new, completely new concept, completely new ideas. So maybe it doesn't have to have any kind of servicing on top of it, as he says in this quote. But still, I could see how someone could take that quote and be worried by it. But me personally, I'm not worried about it in the slightest. Now, outside of that, I have seen both Loki and I have now seen Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Don't worry, I'm not going to share spoilers regarding those two different things. I enjoyed the writing in Loki. I saw personally some flaws in the writing of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but I think that probably had more to do with the ton of craziness going on in that film. So I am still very excited to see what Michael Waldron delivers as far as writing goes in this Kevin Feige produced film. And backtracking to that, I'm just super excited to see Feige produce a Star Wars movie. I still think it's going to be a fresh and interesting take. Maybe as far as just reactionary goes, I expect maybe it to be a grounded, simple kind of take, just because I just kind of get those vibes from it, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's going to be super complex and something that just none of us have ever even thought of before. But we'll see. All promising things, for me at least, from these quotes from Michael Waldron. But I'm glad to hear that this thing is finally moving along, and hopefully we will hear something about it at Star Wars Celebration. I mean, who knows? That's coming up in the next couple of weeks. A lot of people online are now saying that hopefully at Star Wars Celebration, not only do we get updates on the things that we do know, but some people are looking more forward to hearing about things that we have no clue about. Like, we know Feige's producing this thing. We know that Michael Waldron is writing this thing, but we have no clue, like I've mentioned, concept, story ideas, anything like that. So we'll see. What do you think of this news, and do you think we're going to get an update regarding Kevin Feige's produced Star Wars movie at Star Wars Celebration? You let me know in the comments or over on Discord. Okay. The next news piece that we're going to hit, this is exciting. This is from the official Star Wars Twitter. Star Wars Twitter account sent out an image of Dave Filoni's cowboy hat resting on a director's chair that reads Ahsoka on the back, stating that the Ahsoka series has officially started filming, and this is some great news to me. I cannot wait to see this thing. I can't wait to see. Obviously, we're about to get The Mandalorian Season 3, at least we believe. That's going to be the next season in the Mandoverse. But I can't wait to see this other storytelling show that connects to the Mandoverse. Just recently in the Disney Gallery, The Book of Boba Fett, Favreau referenced The Book of Boba Fett as Season 3 of their storytelling. So, The Mandalorian Season 3 is going to be referenced as Season 4 of their storytelling, and I'm assuming that they're going to reference the Ahsoka series as Season 5 of their storytelling, and hopefully it incorporates Admiral Thrawn in some form. I fully expect it to. Now, one thing that I did want to point out, though, again, we're back to the theme of this episode, pure speculation here. Obviously, we know, according to the Hollywood Reporter, so it's legit, that Hayden Christensen is coming back to also play in Ahsoka. Now, if Ahsoka has started filming, they're busy, they're rolling tape. Hayden Christensen right now is busy with promoting Obi-Wan Kenobi. So this has led me just to speculate a little. Obviously, shooting takes a long time, but if Hayden Christensen's not necessarily needed there for, I would say maybe the next, 3 weeks, Hayden Christensen's busy promoting Obi-Wan Kenobi, so maybe he's not going in there to shoot anything for the next 3 weeks. Maybe he's not in it as a massive role. Maybe it's more so, like we've speculated so far, like flashbacks, things of that nature. That would certainly make sense from a storyline and from a character development regarding Ahsoka. So maybe it's more so just like a scene or two. Maybe just an episode focused on Ahsoka flashbacks, things like that. Maybe they're taking a Book of Boba Fett approach with it. I kind of hope not. I hope it's more so moving forward and connecting to potentially Ezra and Thrawn. But that's kind of what I'm thinking of. I'm trying to put those two puzzle pieces together. The Ahsoka series is filming. Hayden Christensen is way too busy to film right now. He is currently promoting Obi-Wan Kenobi, which, by the way, a lot of the promotional interviews and things that they're doing right now is incredible. I know DJ is super excited about that. Which, by the way, DJ, again, not here, but he's usually here. I can't wait to hear from him, and I can't wait for next week's discussion. And again, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm putting those two puzzle pieces together. I think maybe Hayden doesn't have a massive role in the Ahsoka series since they didn't necessarily have to wait for him to begin shooting. But again, pure speculation. You let me know what you think of that, but this is exciting news. It's exciting because someone out there knows the story of the Ahsoka Tano show, and they're shooting it. The show is getting put on screen somewhere for them to begin editing and things of that. So it's very exciting. Can't wait to actually see that thing. That is, I'm assuming after Obi-Wan Kenobi comes out, Ahsoka's going to hop up to the number one spot after the dust has settled on the extreme amount of hype from this Obi-Wan Kenobi series. You let me know what you think of that news. It's honestly great. Honestly great. Cannot believe still that we're getting that character in live action. All right, next news piece. And this is directly from our favorite. Well, you know what? We don't play favorites around here. One of our favorites. Let's just say that. Bespin Bulletin has an exclusive saying that Deathtroopers and Mudtroopers both are set to appear in Andor. Now, I am not going to currently scroll down in this article because typically with some of these, it gets into spoilers on how these troopers or any characters could get incorporated into the actual show. I want to avoid doing that for myself and also for our viewers and listeners, because sometimes people don't mind spoilers. Sometimes people absolutely can't stand them, and then they hit that unsubscribe button and they're gone. So I'm not going to read it for my sake and also for yours, but it's out there. BespinBulletin.com does a great job. Check it out. Again, I haven't seen it. Don't want to see it. But just reading this article title here of Deathtroopers and Mudtroopers to appear in Andor, my gut check reaction, that makes total sense. Yeah, like, obviously we're going to try to connect to Rogue One with those Death Troopers, and super cool that we are connecting to Solo, a Star Wars story, with those Mudtroopers. And I honestly also hope, and maybe we've seen this before, remember, like, last summer there were set leak after set leak after set leak with Andor, so I can't remember if these troopers were there or not, but I also hope for Shore Troopers. Those are one of my favorites. I think I prefer Shore Troopers over both Death Troopers and Mud Troopers for me personally. But hey, what do I know? You might prefer someone else. I mean, the Death Troopers, they just do this. Now, Mud Troopers, I haven't seen them in action enough. I've just seen Han Solo, or not Han Solo. Yes. Han Solo was in a Mud Trooper fit, right? I believe he was. Din Djarin kind of had like the Mud Trooper chest plate, but he didn't really have that helmet. And then we had I'm blanking on the monkey's name from Solo, a Star Wars story, who was inside the Mud Trooper outfit, the suit. But Jon Favreau voiced that monkey, blanking on his name. But anyway, we've seen Mud Troopers kind of sprinkled here and there. I don't really know what they do other than they do look cool. I really enjoy seeing them pop up. But yeah, what do you think of that? Death Troopers and Mud Troopers to appear in Andor. Again, I'm sure there's spoilers in this article to where we could dissect that even more, but I'll keep it there on the surface level of just that information. All right, last news piece to deliver is the one that was teased up with the thumbnail, the title of this episode. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order's sequel is rumored to be titled Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Now, initial reaction before I scroll down here and again read this article for the first time to see if there's anything that I have overlooked regarding this. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, I love that title. I know it's kind of simple. Cal Kestis. In the first one, he was surviving. I would say Survivor is a perfect descriptor for Cal Kestis, any kind of Jedi during this time frame. But I love it. I love the simplicity of it. I think it's going to click. I think it's going to be a good little marketing title. So I absolutely love this. I'm glad that we no longer have to reference Star Wars Jedi Survivor as Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order 2. Or Fallen Order sequel. I'm excited to now begin discussing it as Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Now, let me scroll through this article, see if I can get anything out of it. All right, so here we go. I'm reading straight from Bespin Bulletin. It says, during the latest episode of Grubb's Giant Bomb Show, which, by the way, Jeff Grubb is the one that announced this title. Jeff Grubb is an insider in the video game industry. During the latest episode of Grubb's Giant Bomb Show, Grub Snack, a viewer, correctly guessed the title as Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which I too can confirm. So Bespin Bulletin is confirming this information as well. We all know, those of you in the Star Wars realm, all know that Bespin Bulletin is usually right on the money. So I would say that this is probably 98% fact that it is Star Wars, Jedi Fallen Order. No, see, I'm doing it because I'm so used to saying Jedi Fallen Order. This video game, 98% confident that it's going to be Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Now, it doesn't look like there's any other details regarding this title other than it's expected to be released next year, so 2023, on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. Now, when I say XS, I believe it's both X and S regarding the Xbox Series games. But, of course, we've got some video gamers that are listeners, so correct me if I'm wrong on that. So, it's not said in this article or anywhere online that they're going to release more details regarding Jedi Survivor at Star Wars Celebration. But I certainly expect to get some form of update, especially now that this title has, I don't know if you want to say leaked or more so reported online. Now, story time, just for a second. I thought for a moment there, Mando Talk was going to be able to find out some exclusive regarding Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I have a coworker whose brother-in-law is working on Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and that brother-in-law had been working on it for a while, and he had just been able to tell my coworker pretty recently that he is in fact working on a Fallen Order sequel, even though obviously it was coming. So I was hoping somehow that I was going to be able to get some insider information, but no. I'm pretty sure either A, the brother-in-law didn't know the title himself, or B, I was lied to because this coworker knew that I have a Star Wars show, and he was like, nah, you don't need to know anything else because that could cause some havoc. So it's probably good that I just kind of stayed out of that. But hey, story time, figured you would enjoy that little detail. But yes, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, love this title. Absolutely love this title. It's crazy for me that I'm getting here so stoked about just finally seeing what we're going to call this game. And those of you that are big-time listeners of the show, you know that I'm a massive Cal Kestis fan. I am a massive Cal Kestis fan enough to where when I went to Galaxy's Edge for the first time, I didn't buy a Luke Skywalker saber. I didn't buy the Skywalker Legacy saber, Ahsoka, any of them. Kylo, Darth Vader, Mace, you name it. The big-time characters, no, I didn't buy their lightsaber. I bought Cal Kestis's hilt and saber, and it is a phenomenal lightsaber, and I cannot wait to somehow play the sequel, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I'm going to keep saying that over and over until I can't say it anymore because I'm just that excited about this. I'm going to play this game over at former co-host Zach Horvath's house. That's right, Zach. I'm coming to your house because I don't have a next-gen console. So I'm going to be going over there. I'll be bringing this lightsaber, Zach. We're going to have a great time. Tell you what we'll do is we'll go back and forward as far as playing the game goes. And whoever's not playing the game can reenact what's going on in the game with this Cal Kestis saber. And tell you what, hey, Zach actually got a lightsaber himself recently, by the way. He went to Galaxy's Edge, and he got the, I don't know the technical term, but it's the Skywalker saber after Rey has assembled it back together for the Rise of Skywalker. So tell you what, Zach, let's make that a bro date. You ready for that? And tell you what, Mando Talk listeners, if you want us to stream that, we'll do it. We'll do a Mando Talk video game stream. We'll have a camera on Zach or myself, whoever's playing the game at a certain time, and then we'll have a camera on Zach or myself, whoever's not playing the game, wielding a lightsaber. Let's have some fun. Let's do that. Anyway, what do you think of the Star Wars Jedi Survivor title? I'm personally stoked by that news. All right, that is all the news pieces this week. I told you it was going to be a shorter episode because I didn't have anyone to go back and forward with, but hey, I'm glad that you were able to check it out. And by the way, here we go. I got to make an announcement. I teased it up at the top. I appreciate everyone sticking around. You didn't skip ahead, right? You didn't skip ahead until the end to hear the announcement regarding the upcoming show coverage with Kenobi and Star Wars Celebration. You listened to every single thing, and if you did skip, you missed some good stuff, all right? So you want to go back. Okay, let me just give some information to keep everyone in the loop. Next Thursday, May 19th, we are back to normal programming regarding going live. We'll be live at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube. That is, again, on Thursday, May 19th. And what we're going to do, I haven't come up with a catchy name for this, but basically we're preparing for Obi-Wan Kenobi. So me and DJ have come up with a list regarding important Rebels episodes to check out, which is Twin Sons, of course. Important movies to check out, which is Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, and A New Hope. Important Clone Wars episodes to check out. Now, I don't know those episodes off the top of my dome right now, but tell you what I'll do is I will put those episodes that we are watching in our Discord channel. So there's some more incentive to check out our Discord. So that way, potentially over the next week, you, our listener, can check out those episodes. That way, whenever me and DJ kind of revisit all of those things as we're trying to prepare for Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're there mentally with us too. I think that would be great for you to be able to prepare with us. Obviously, if you're not able to, we've got you covered. That's what we're here for. But just if you want to kind of fill in the loop, we'll put those episodes of Clone Wars, Rebels, and movies that we are going to be watching in preparation for next week's Thursday live stream in Discord. So that way you're fully in the know. All right. So again, that's next Thursday, May 19th, live at 6 p.m. on YouTube, with our podcast recording coming out the next morning like it always does. Okay, this is where it gets different, so make sure you are listening. Start marking your calendars because we know Mando Talk's that important, right? All right, here we go. The week that Obi-Wan Kenobi premieres and that Star Wars Celebration occurs. Tuesday, May 24th. Obi-Wan Kenobi pre-release predictions live exclusively on YouTube at 6 p.m. Central Time. Obi-Wan Kenobi pre-release predictions Tuesday, May 24th, live at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, exclusively on YouTube. Okay, so make sure, again, you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. Thursday, May 26th, Celebration Day number 1 recap. Now, this is basically going to focus on that live action panel that Lucasfilm has been teasing heavily regarding updates on all the live action material coming. So that's going to be Thursday, May 26th, Celebration Day 1 recap, live at 6 p.m. Central Time, exclusively on YouTube. So there's a second reason to be subscribed to our YouTube channel. All right, next one, Friday, May 27th, the day that all of us have had circled for, I guess, a month now, because a month ago they decided to change the release date. But anyway, Friday, May 27th, Obi-Wan Kenobi episodes 1 and 2 spoiler discussion live on YouTube at 6 p.m. Podcast recording released on Saturday, May 28th at 6 a.m. Central, like normal. It's just pushed back a day because we wanted to wait until the Obi-Wan Kenobi show aired to where we could get our spoiler discussion out immediately. So Friday, May 27th, Obi-Wan Kenobi episodes 1 and 2 spoiler discussion live on YouTube at 6 p.m. Central. Podcast recording released on Saturday, May 28th at 6 a.m. Central. All right, next up, Tuesday, May 31st. So this is after Celebration has wrapped and after Kenobi episodes 1 and 2 have premiered. Tuesday, May 31st, Celebration Days 2 through 4 recap, plus an Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3 predictions live exclusively on YouTube at 6 p.m. Central. So there's reason number 3. Reason number 3 to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And then Thursday, June 2nd, Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3 spoiler discussion live on YouTube at 6 p.m. Central, with our podcast recording released on Friday, June 3rd at 6 a.m. Central. So at that point, we will be back on our normal programming, as far as on Tuesdays, we will go live at 6 p.m. Central for episode predictions. On Thursdays, we will do episode spoiler discussions live at 6 p.m. Central on YouTube, with a podcast recording coming out the following morning. That's going to start after the week of Obi-Wan Kenobi's premiere and after the week of Star Wars Celebration, because, again, obviously, the Obi-Wan Kenobi show is going back to Wednesday releases after its premiere weekend. I know that might be confusing, but there's all of our dates, okay? Basically, you can expect us to be live every Tuesday and Thursday, and you can expect us to be live just on Friday, May 27th for Obi-Wan Kenobi episodes 1 and 2 spoiler discussions. So, all kinds of good reasons to make sure that you're subscribed to Mando Talk on YouTube and basically any platform that you want to subscribe to us. We are very appreciative of that. So hopefully I expressed that information clearly, and hopefully you'll be able to check us out every single opportunity you get. And tell you what, to make it easier, I've said it once, said it twice, I've said it 3 times, probably 4. If you join our Discord, link in the description, I always send out links and updates regarding when we're going live and when podcasts are being released. And also Twitter at Mando Talk. I try to do a great job. I don't like to toot my own horn. I try to do a great job as far as updating when we're going live and when podcast links have been released. So check us out on those. And then, of course, for extra content, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, at Mando Talk. And there is this week's episode. Thank you so much for checking it out. Smash that like button if you're on YouTube, and smash that subscribe button if you haven't. And until next week, Thursday, May 19th, we are preparing for Obi-Wan Kenobi by checking out Rebels, Clone Wars, and Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, and A New Hope. We're getting you ready for Obi-Wan Kenobi. We'll be live Thursday, May 19th at 6 p.m. Central. Until then, as always, we have spoken.